Welcome to the Yadusha Show, District 29's favorite podcast. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Yadusha Show. My name is Ann Johnston Brown. I am one of your hosts. The other host is on the line. She is the podcast namesake. Her name is Yadusha Williams. Hey, Yadusha, how you doing?
I am great. How is everyone doing today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I can't believe anybody else isn't. It's gorgeous. And
Right?
yeah. And I understand you want to talk about
Well,
some issues. Go ahead.
yeah, well, before we dive right into our person, I wanted to address the question that I thought was pretty funny that someone asked me because I've never been asked it before.
Okay.
And the person they know who they are because they listen to the podcast. So, like I told them, I'm going to just talk in more detail about it.
Okay.
So, they asked me, how does it feel to not have the Lombardo endorsement?
Oh, boy.
And I thought that was pretty funny because I thought about it and I'm like, hold on. We registered on March 4th. That's when registration started to announce your candidacy.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was, for the most part, not I would say everybody, but a huge majority of people that were endorsed by Lombardo were endorsed last year.
Interesting.
So he didn't know that I was even running because he had already picked his people prior to knowing who was all actually running.
Do you think that
So
they're selected in advance and then they decide they're going to run? In other words, they're chosen before they even think they could possibly start a run for office?
well, that's one way to look at it. I'm like, he had no idea that I was going to run. And he didn't wait to see who registered to vet everybody to see who he was going to endorse. He just endorsed who he knew last year, and they ran with that. And that's completely his choice.
Well, also, I appreciate the fact that you've been endorsed by Veterans in Politics. And for my part, being the daughter of a Marine, being the daughter of a war veteran, and of course, you have made it very clear where you stand on the veterans. To me, you are being endorsed by the people that you want to actually represent, and they're following their constituents, and so as well, obviously, as all those in District 29.
Yeah, and I just want to say I respect and appreciate your dad for serving this country. Because if it wasn't for people like him, where would we be today to put their life on the line? And I do so heartily respect every single veteran out there that put their life on the line. And that's why I fought for that endorsement. And I'm glad that they were very unbiased and actually chose the right person that they knew would get the job done. And my whole take on it is if you're looking for a yes person, that is definitely not me.
Patricia Brinkley is a dedicated lawyer and passionate community activist. Patricia has been practicing law for almost 30 years and understands the importance of upholding the principles of the Constitution and ensuring that the rights of every citizen are protected. Patricia and her husband are the co-founders of the Conservative Town Hall of North Las Vegas, and she's running for Nevada State Senate District 1. She's on the line with us now. How you doing, Patricia?
I am wonderful, and good morning, and how are you?
Oh, we're doing really good. Oh, my goodness. We've looked so forward to this interview today.
Absolutely.
We think
Me
so.
too.
Well, we think so highly of you and your husband. Of course, we'll be interviewing Garland in a week or so. But Yadusha, why don't you just take it away? We've got a lot of questions today for Patricia.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for jumping on. I really do appreciate it. For people that don't know, District 1 is North Las Vegas, correct?
Correct, that's right. And it covers the area from The east, it goes as far east as Nellis Air Force Base. It goes south to Craig Road. It goes west to Valley, and it zigzags all the way up past the 215. And the northern boundary is the 215.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yes, it is. It covers Assembly District 1, which is the one my husband's running for, and AD 17, which Bob Olson is running for.
Oh, okay, nice. Now, what improvements or expansions in transportation infrastructure do you believe are necessary for North Las Vegas to better for residents and businesses?
Well, right now, last Wednesday, I believe it was, we attended the ribbon cutting of a new police station up in Deer Springs Road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was 2 years in the making, and it was a city event, and the mayor was there, and the chief of police, and all dignitaries were there, and so we got to tour the facility, and that was, I mean, it's needed, and it is a wonderful facility that they've put in there. But you know, when you build something, and then a year later, something else is better that comes along. But this has been in the making for a long time, and it's needed up there. So that's one of the parts of the infrastructure that we need. And I believe there's another fire station that's going to be built up in our area as well. North Las Vegas is booming. There's new construction for homes going on all over the place. There's apartment buildings coming up. And so the city needs to keep pace with the growth that's occurring right now.
North Las Vegas is a huge, significant veteran population.
Yes.
What initiatives or programs would you campaign for to better support veterans and their families? Because we know that it's hard for them to get the help that they need right now.
Yes, that's true. Well, you know, there is the Veterans Hospital that's up there on by the Y on Centennial. There is a new Veterans Resource Center. It's been in operations for over a year now, and they just had a celebration a couple of months ago, and they had all sorts of veteran resource agencies there for people.
Wow.
But yeah,
that's
and
very
so,
nice.
you know, I think they're going to have another one in June, but it needs to be better publicized because most of the people there were representing their agency or organization. There was not a lot of the public there. So
people
we need to get
know.
the word out to let people know that these resources are available. And I think maybe because it rained that day, it might have kept people away. But still, we need to do more getting the word out, letting our citizens up here in North Las Vegas know that there are several or many different agencies that are catering to veterans.
Absolutely. Now, another thing that I see out in North Las Vegas is public safety. That's a critical concern for North Las Vegas. I see a lot of break-ins, a lot of boarded up windows. How do you plan to address those issues like policing and community safety and crime prevention?
Sure. Yes, you know, North Las Vegas is underrepresented as far as the police force. For every 10,000 citizens, there's only 11 police officers. And so I know that they are trying to recruit more, but, you know, with the defund police efforts going on, and people are just thinking twice about whether or not they want to join police departments. Yeah, and so what they're trying to do now is recruit on a lateral basis so that officers can come in at a special, not at an entry level, but if they've been officer in another community, they can have a lateral transfer, and they give them bonuses. But they really need to try to, I don't know how we're going to encourage people to want to be law enforcement during this, you know, when we have so many communities wanting to defund police.
Absolutely. That's the scariest part about North Las Vegas because it is huge minority community, and
Well, it's 40% Hispanic. They're the major demographic here, and then I think it's 30% Black, and then the rest, they have a small percentage of Asian, and then the rest is white. But the other thing I wanted to say about the police, you talked about break-ins. And so my husband and I, we took the 8-week course of the North Las Vegas Police Citizens Academy. And we got like a behind the curtain scene of what goes on in the police department. And so after we completed that class, we go to a lot of the events that they had, like the one with the ribbon cutting the other day. But also they had an event where they were giving out the club, the club that you put on your steering wheel to prevent your car from being stolen. They gave so many away, they ran out, and they couldn't, once they ran out, they were out. However, the club is something that people can use to kind of help prevent some of these break-ins. The other thing is making sure that you keep your car locked and don't leave anything valuable in sight in the car. So, there's a lot of things that the residents can do to kind of cut these type of criminal instances. But again, we need more officers, and we need to just make sure that we are doing everything we can to protect ourselves as citizens.
I completely agree. On top of that, my biggest thing, I know that we need more police officers to police, but I also think that we need more firm and harsher punishment for people that are doing the crimes.
Yes.
What's your take on that, and how will you implement that once you're elected?
Okay. So basically, people don't realize that our legislature is very powerful. Everything that goes on in the state of Nevada, they have control over. So that's why it's very important to vet your candidates to see who supports law enforcement, who wants to see that, or what has happened now in the judicial system is that they have raised the level for theft. So it's $1,200. So anything over $1,200, they're going to prosecute. But right now, the level is so high, stores are closing because their merchandise is being stolen on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And so, and people are wondering why this is happening. It's because the laws were changed to make it impossible to prosecute someone that stole $500 worth of merchandise. But just, they walk on out. The perpetrators are bold now, and they know what's going on. So we have to have people in the legislature who are willing to make these perpetrators accountable. And right now, there's no accountability.
Okay, guys,
Yes.
I need to jump in because we're running short. I am sorry about this. I'm always the bad guy. I always end up jumping in and at the last minute saying, okay, we got to go. Sorry, this is great.
No problem. Well, before we let Patricia go, could you tell us how people can reach out to you, and when is your next town hall?
My website is electpatriciabrinkley.com, or you can email me at electpatriciabrinkley@gmail.com. And as I said, our town hall, the conservative town hall of North Las Vegas, is the first Thursday of every month from 11:30 to 1:30 at Red Lobster on 1870 West Craig Road. And so, just come in. Next month in June, we're going to have candidates. So we're asking any candidate that wants to get their message out before the primary to come and give your 2-minute speech.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
And one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing. Neither my husband nor I have opponents, so we will not be on the primary ballot. We will be on the general in November.
Well, that's interesting. I've heard that now twice. We interviewed the judge yesterday, Judge Godet, and he's not on the ballot either for the primary. But keep Patricia in mind. Of course, we'll be interviewing Garland Brinkley coming up on the show. But thank you so much, Patricia, for joining us today. And we also also are having a town hall, a conservative town hall on May 22nd at Joe's Place on Gibson Road in Henderson. All right, guys.
I saw that. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you, Patricia. It's been great. And so we will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be interviewing David J. Gomez. He's the youngest candidate in North Las Vegas history. Wow. All right. We'll talk to you guys then. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.